Why would you not go for it? Why would you not take a chance? At one point in time, you got to take a chance on you.
Nothing but nonsense.
Welcome back to episode 10 of Nothing But Nonsense. Spill it in front of I can't remember. The all-time leading point scorer in the NBA. I'd like to ask you.
Person?
Yeah.
Favorite cereal?
Cheerios.
Really? So we will see you in the next episode. Deuces.
Welcome back to episode 33 of Nothing But Nonsense. I'm your host, Chase Thomas.
I'm Noah Weiss.
And today we are joined by Smooch, a.k.a. Mitch.
Smoochy baby.
One of Noah's best friends from high school. Soccer, maybe. Soccer?
Yeah. I mean,
Lifelong friend.
We've been neighbors since
ever.
Pretty much ever, since I can pretty much remember. I think I moved here when I was 5. You moved here. How old were you?
Probably around like 4.
Okay, so
maybe?
basically same time frame. We lived up the street. I think rode the bus together.
Sure. And then we carpooled together.
High school.
For everything.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of a lot of just normal life of being neighborhood kids type of thing. Started
we're
off
the
as
only
that.
kids in the neighborhood besides,
Really?
like,
There was a couple down our street, but
Yours
by the time
too?
we got older, I swear it was just a lot of elders
Really?
in the neighborhood. Yeah, a lot of elders for sure. But I think we weren't super close when we were young. Again, just normal neighborhood type of stuff, and going to school, bus stop, and that type of thing. And then I think I became good friends with family, like when I was in middle school, like end of middle school, that type of thing. Became good friends with their family, and then high school soccer. He was a year younger than me. We started off playing together. And I think since then, carpooling to practice, all that, I mean, friendship took off. I don't think it's stopped since.
Yeah?
yeah.
Do you feel the same?
Mm-hmm. You dated my sister too. He
Twice.
skipped that part.
Twice?
Yeah,
Twice.
you just skipped that part.
Yeah, twice.
Is that ingrained in the back of your head forever?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't stopped anything really. I'm still friends with the family really well, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many jokes are thrown around about that? Or is it?
No, I mean, no, it's past. But it was late middle school and then late high school into the beginning of college. So, I mean, that's some time ago now. At this point, I'm 24. You're 23.
23.
You just turned 23. So, I mean, that's like six years ago now.
Yeah.
Latest. So,
It's been some time.
yeah, no, but I mean, the amount of nights that I've spent in this basement right here,
And vice versa.
yeah, I mean, we've spent just countless time just sitting in each other's basement doing absolutely nothing, like nothing but nonsense.
Yeah.
Just like that was basically our childhood
Yeah.
together, was that.
Maybe that's why you're so good at talking.
What if there
about
was like some like button on your forehead you could press that was like, this is how much time you spent together, hours of your lives.
Yeah.
Or like the
How it
button you
equates
could
to
press
days.
like
Check your stats. I
yeah.
just want to check my stats in life. I want to
Yeah, that'd be
see.
cool.
Yeah.
What
who-
stat do you want to see the most? Beers
How many
drank.
times I farted?
How many times you farted?
That'd be a high number. I feel.
Stenchometer too.
Stenometer?
Yes.
The methanometer?
Methane meter, yeah.
Yeah.
They think it's the cow farts, but it's Noah farts.
It's probably me, dude.
Yeah, no, those are ranking up there. But no, personal stats though, for sure. Those are some of those things that I just wish I could have a little UI I could see. I could see my stats, list down, scroll. That's that VR. That's what it's gonna be. When
Yeah.
you get those VR goggles or those
Do you
AR,
remember everything?
Black
augmented
Mirror.
reality.
Black Mirror? I
They had an episode. Oh no, they had an episode. Do you watch Black Mirror?
I do, but I mean, granted,
Oh, there's an episode like you can rewind in your life and like it's no, it's a creepy episode. I
yeah,
forget
but
the basis of it, but you could rewind.
imagine augmented reality. You got the goggles, you got the glasses on, and you're just like, all right, let me check my stats for the day. Yeah, I blinked 5,000 times. Oh my god, I can't believe I sneezed 800 times today. It's freaking pollen out here. That I think that'd be insane to see those stats.
I think I'd check probably how many times I've stuttered trying to explain something. Because me and my friends have this running joke when I'm playing Xbox, and I'm just like thinking too fast, and then I just say stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And so there have been a couple times we were playing Rocket League, and I was stuttering, and I combined the words whiff and miss at the same time. So I was like, "What are you doing? You just whisked it." It was like I just stuttered.
Yeah.
Like I wish I could see
But
the
it's even
examples that I
worse
stuttered
because
on.
it makes you sound like you have a lisp as well.
Yeah,
And they're like,
yeah.
oh, you whiffed it. And then of course they're mocking you.
You're like, "What did you say?"
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So what lifelong stat would you like to see?
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everybody in comments. I think everybody's gonna have something different.
Everyone's got to have one.
Yeah, and I think so. I want to see which one will scare you the most. One that you don't want to see that will really worry you.
How many times I cummed?
Never.
How many times I've thought about boobies?
Glenny balls.
Glenny ball. Yeah, the diamond. The diamond chain.
I got my diamond chain. It just we had to stop counting when
He had to get it updated or something like
It
that.
hasn't been updated in a while. Yeah, no, there's definitely some stats out there that I wouldn't want to be public, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
Don't want them to be public.
How many times Noah's been punched in the face?
Like
How many fights Noah's got in while playing soccer?
You want to
Too
tell
many.
that story?
like 10.
You want to tell the recent one?
Oh yeah, so recently, about 3 weeks ago,
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
we played in this indoor league for soccer, 7v7.
Yeah, 77.
You know, I wasn't in the league anymore, but Mitch said we need some players tonight, so I hopped on down. And
We weren't. It was a close game.
yeah, close game.
I think
Second
at the
half.
time it's 1-0.
Second half.
maybe.
I made my way up to the striker. I'm playing up top. Gonna try to score some goals. And this guy grabs my shirt. I said, "Don't effing grab my shirt again." And it just kind of was like, "What the hell? What's your problem?" He kind of was like not happy about it. I'm like,
Mind you,
"Oh."
it's a Tuesday night.
It's
It's a Tuesday night.
And so 5 minutes later, I dust him down the side of the field.
Noah's first dusting, so he's like got some pride going down
I've
there.
dusted before.
Crop
But he,
dusted?
like, I would like to say like full on tackled me, but he like grabbed the side of my shirt and ripped the biggest hole in it, and I had scratches on my chest from it too, and yanked it to the ground. And I get up and I put my hand around his neck, well the back of his neck, and he gets up and I kind of let go, and he sucker punches me in the chin. I slipped that shit, barely got me.
Yeah.
I have
And
a picture of it though.
Yeah, and then
he goes, I don't know why he punched me. I said, maybe because you grabbed him by the back of the neck.
yeah, but I let
He's like,
go.
that was my favorite shirt.
I
Oh,
let
it was your
go.
Canelo shirt.
El
I let
Canelo.
go.
It was his El Canelo shirt.
Yeah.
He was the most mad about that.
I let go.
Me and Noah beef about this often because I, especially in life in general, I'm pretty pacifist. No, I don't like confrontation.
Yeah.
Not for it. Especially playing sports, whatever. I don't find the need for it. It's just not me.
Yeah.
And it's happened a couple times where it seems like now later in life that Noah's likes to get in a little scrambles with people.
I just don't. I don't take from people.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that.
And if
You
these
stand up.
old farters are trying to beef with me on a Tuesday night, I'm not gonna stand for that.
Yeah. No, I get you.
They can eat my nuts.
Yeah. I have a picture of you slipping the punch though. Not
I
of
slipped
you
it.
slipping the punch.
It didn't even hit me.
You looked like Sylvester Stallone.
Mm.
You had quite a big
No, it got me a little bit.
yeah,
I had a fat lip.
about
But
5 minutes.
during that, I also was tackled and I got a turf burn on my knee from that, and I ended up in the hospital because it got infected.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
I thought I told
Yeah,
you.
I think that was Tuesday, and I came over on a Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was Thursday. And we're sitting here, and we're like watching something on Netflix.
We were
Sitting
watching
here-
Tom Segura's.
Yeah, Tom Segura's
Sledgehammer.
stand-up special.
The new one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sledgehammer. We're watching it,
What was that?
and Noah's sitting there. And he's like, "Yeah, I think it's
What was that?
infected." And he's sitting there, I'm like, look over, and it's like got red ring. I was like, "Yeah, that looks
It
like
might be
it's
pass infected, brother.
Yeah,
It was
we had
like
plen-
it was just like really red up, like heading towards my groin area. So I'm like, I don't really want to go to the hospital.
we had plans that weekend too. Like, we were having a party that weekend, so like I was like, you're not gonna want to go do this tomorrow when we're trying to set up.
Yeah.
He had to go out to dinner with McKenna and her family, and
Yeah.
I was like, we're sitting there and we're kind of contemplating, we're talking back and forth while watching it. I'm like, no, you should probably go
Yeah.
to the hospital now because you're not gonna want to go. And like the first, we're like, it could be staph infection. Like that's like worst
We
case. is
researched
staph.
it, and we were there looking at the pictures on the phone, like, well, it's not really pussy, but it is red
Yeah.
and swelling. And then we narrowed it down to cellulitis, and I go to the hospital, and after like 2 hours, they take me back, like, yeah, you have cellulitis. Knew it.
But the funny thing is we're sitting down here. He goes, no, he goes, I don't want to go. He's like, my mom told me to go earlier, and I don't want her to, like, basically, I don't want her to
I don't
be
wanna
like, I
prove her
told you
right.
so.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, I told you so, because she wanted you to go earlier in the day, and you were like, all right, I guess I'll go.
It was getting redder, and then it would like go away, and then it would get redder, and it would just getting more red over here. And I asked the doctor, like, it kept getting red, more red, and I wish it came earlier, but it was like not as red. And she said, no, it'll happen with like heat and stress, like it'll get worse. And yeah, I was on an
pretty
antibiotic, and I
swollen.
couldn't get hammered. Well, I did get hammered after 2 beers because
took
the
two.
antibiotics were
Running through your system.
running through me, hurting.
He's tripping off the antibiotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting time, and that was actually,
That was on hibachi party.
yeah, that's hibachi party. Because I think you were
Yeah, I was
invited
supposed to go to
hibachi
that,
party,
but I was away.
Where
yeah,
were you?
I was in Cheyenne.
Ah,
yeah, we had our 4th annual hibachi party, where
4th annual.
yeah, 4th annual. It started 2020 that summer.
yeah.
2020 we
was having a party for McKenna's birthday,
Yeah.
and then I had Mitch, will you cook hibachi for everybody? Sure. And everybody loved it, so they were like, all right, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
yeah, so 4th
And
annual.
it's still for McKenna's birthday.
yeah, well,
Is it near her birthday?
It's on her birthday.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, really?
It's like the
this
weekend of her
year-
birthday.
Yeah, it's like the closest weekend.
It'll
so
be her
for-
birthday next year.
So her birthday was on the Friday before, and we had it Saturday, so the next day
Yeah.
after. And I think it started basically summer 2020. We were like, we weren't really going anywhere. We kind of had our own group that stayed kind of within each other. We didn't,
Right.
COVID, we didn't try and go out anywhere else. So it pretty much was our same friend group, 10, 15, 10 kids or whatever of us that just hang out because nobody was doing anything. So
Yeah.
every weekend, Friday, Saturday, we'd be here swimming, hanging out, doing whatever. And later in the year, we're like, let's have a party for McKenna. I want to throw her a birthday party. I'm like, okay. And I was like, oh, well, we can make burgers, something like that. We can do a couple other things. I was like, I mean, I got a Blackstone because I got mine my 21st birthday, February 2020, and we're sitting there, and I was like, I can cook hibachi for everybody. I think that'd be fun because I've made it before. I was like, I
Yeah.
think it'd be fun to just cook for everybody and whatever. Like not like we have really anything else going on.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, screw it, let's make hibachi. And then I think that year we had about 13 people total, including his family and stuff like
Yeah.
that. This year,
It's supposed to be like 25, but
I
only
think
like
23 people ended up
Yeah.
eating somebody had. So
Holy cow.
yeah,
That's a lot of heads. That's
20.
a lot of. That's a lot.
$90
of food,
worth of meat.
too. 90.
Yeah. And
well,
then-
no, we did the math for this, so we got $90 worth of meat, and basically, I think it ended up being like 60 something for everything else: soy sauce, teriyaki, the rice, and vegetables and
It was like
everything.
$70 for
Yeah,
everything, I
60,
think.
70 bucks. So, 160 or so bucks to feed 23 people hibachi,
Yeah.
like shrimp, steak, chicken,
Yeah.
rice, noodles, like everything, vegetables, like everything. $160 to feed 23 people, and we had left. Like I made way too much rice,
Oh, really?
like ridiculous.
Sadly, the rice is still in the fridge upstairs.
Is it really?
Oh my
You use it
God.
for anything yet?
No, we haven't finished.
It's probably not
gonna
safety.
eat it anymore, but
At this point, it's not because that was the 22nd
Oh, yeah. No, that was.
yeah.
July.
Yeah,
So
that was like 2 weeks ago.
yeah, so it's
we
still
we barely put a dent in it, but everything else was demolished.
yeah. I made way too much rice, but you figure that's less than $10 person, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
less than $10 a person. You go out to hibachi, if you're getting
If you're getting a whole dinner, it's like 25, 30 bucks.
Yeah.
30
sometimes.
bucks.
yeah, not including tip,
Steak and chicken,
yeah,
30
not
bucks.
including tip, not including if you get a drink or anything, like the amount of money that you can save by just doing. I mean, granted, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent a couple hours on Friday night prepping, cooking everything, and then we set up in the morning, did all that.
Yeah, we were down here for like what, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, we were cutting up
everything?
chicken, cutting up steak, like we were prepping stuff. So I mean, it's work, but
Yeah.
rather
As
than
long as you enjoy doing it, though.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
no,
fun.
I really enjoy
It's
cooking.
it's a great weekend.
Yeah, and it's
It
just a
would
lot of
suck
fun.
if you're like, hey, Mitch, can you do a hibachi? And he just hated doing it.
"Ugh."
Yeah, we made Casey help
like,
this year. He
fine.
brought his little Blackstone down.
Oh, did he
helped.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so I had some help this year. The first and second year, I think, I pretty much cooked it all by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, your dad helped. He was on he doesn't have a Blackstone, but his grill has a built-in flat top griddle on the side.
Yeah.
That I think he cooked, and I think Noah got mad at him. He didn't like his teriyaki chicken that he made.
It wasn't great.
He was like, "Mitch, you're making the teriyaki chicken
Yeah.
next year." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I didn't sorry to upset you,
Yeah.
sir. But, no, then Nate he has a smaller Blackstone that he ended up bringing, so I had some help this year. Because I'm not even joking, I think I made like 11 cups of rice, like uncooked.
It was
Like
the whole bag, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the whole like 5-pound bag from Walmart or something like that. Literally, my wrists were like falling off trying to flip it. It's like I got like 5 pounds of rice every single time I go and flip it. I think my wrist was gonna fall off. I was like, this is more of a workout, and I got the whole apron on and everything.
Yeah.
like
Bro, I was so messed up. I couldn't even. I had the noodles and the rice. I didn't eat another thing. Right after he
Yeah, I
took
got a
it,
lot of that too.
yeah, it was that.
because I was drunk from 2 beers and antibiotics, and I was just in the feeling. I couldn't eat. I was sad.
Damn.
I ate it the next day.
Yeah, there's always leftovers. There's no worry about lack of leftovers because we always overestimate.
Yeah.
Rather have more food than run out.
Oh yeah, no, that would suck.
Yeah, for sure. And at that point, what's an extra pound of meat or an extra
Yeah, well,
couple
someone's
of
gonna use
zucchinis
it.
or
Not,
whatever?
apparently not the Weisses though. They didn't use the rice.
Yeah. No, that.
We ran out of meat.
Yeah, they were like didn't want to
Lunch is
just
a
eat their
heat of
fried
full
rice all
rice.
by itself. But that's also a funny story of me getting my Blackstone.
Oh
here.
yeah, you said.
Yeah, so I have the 36-inch 4-burner Blackstone, so it's like full-size one. And in previous years, I think the first year I have a Honda Civic,
Yeah.
and I disassembled that thing and I put it in my trunk, and had the propane tanks. Noah helped me and everything, and I came in here, brought it down the driveway, and I took it out, reassembled it. Not a huge deal, okay, whatever. And then the second year, okay, we were like, okay, Noah has his Hummer.
Yeah.
I'm like, much easier. Put it in the back of his Hummer, easy.
Yeah.
Did the same thing, disassembled. Didn't have to take it apart as much, and both of us doing it wasn't too big of a deal. Third year, we're like, I live right up the street.
Yeah.
Why don't we just push it?
Yeah.
I'm like, we're idiots.
Yeah.
Let's just push it. So last year, we push it up, come down. It's perfect. Perfect. Like, no big deal at all.
Yeah.
And then this year, we were like, well, we gotta step up our game a little bit. I'm like,
Speed it up, baby.
we got to speed it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And I was kind of, my hamstrings was a little messed up, and I was like, I don't really want to push this all the way up the hill or whatever. So we had the great idea. I brought it down to my driveway. Noah brings his car, via SUV. So basically, I sit in the trunk, left hand holding on to the headrest that pops up on the metal piece. I'm holding on to it there. And my right hand, like this, holding on to the handle of my Blackstone. Now, mind you, those Blackstone wheels are like this big.
Yeah.
They're not meant for for a road, asphalt,
yeah.
uphill. Like the slope on my hill is pretty steep.
Yeah.
And so at first I was just like holding like this.
Yeah.
And then he started going, and instantly I fell off because I wasn't holding myself on. But then I decided to hold
Grab
back
the
on.
headrest.
Yeah, and it worked. And it is so loud. And I have a hardtop cover that sits on it as well.
Yeah.
Every time we hit a crack, it's like boom, boom, boom. It is so loud, and I'm looking backwards down the hill, and I'm holding on, and I'm like, holy crap, we're flying. I'm like, we're flying. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
And it's going so loud, and I turn this way, and I'm like, oh, we're going 5 miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
I was like, whoa, slow down. And he's like,
You're at a snail's
he's like, I'm
pace.
literally like, I don't think I can go any slower.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Then we keep going. We're going up the hill. My neighbors, older couple, they're standing out front, and I'm like, hey, and I'm, it's making a ruckus. And,
Yeah.
yeah. And our neighbors, it's like,
What is he doing?
could have woken everybody up in
Oh.
the neighborhood.
yeah. If it
was so
wasn't like 11 o'clock in the morning, everybody,
People
oh,
were looking outside.
It was
Yeah.
funny because when we took it from behind his house, we had it in the driveway. His mom's out front. It's like,
what are you guys
What are
doing?
you guys doing?
Yeah, she had to. She was like, they're gonna do something.
Because my
stupid.
car was on,
And I was like,
we
oh,
weren't
Noah's-
breaking anything down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And, like Noah was going to his driver's seat. And, like I think she knew. And we're like, oh no, Noah's putting something in his car. We're gonna walk this up. She's like, oh, okay, whatever.
So we went in the house. We're like, guys,
Go.
go.
Go. Go. Go.
I was
Go.
like, pull your car up on the road. And I was like, we'll go. And we made it up to the top of the hill. And then we were like, oh, we can just go down. We can just push it down, let it roll down, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, let's just drive it down.
Yeah.
So then doing the same thing where I'm holding it and we're going downhill now.
Yeah.
And it is making so much noise.
We gotta
Like,
take the top off next time.
it was because the top was just metal on metal bang.
Oh, just clanging.
yeah,
the
it was
whole-
so obnoxious.
so loud.
I couldn't hear anything because he was talking to me. He was like, I just see him and talk in the mirror, and he's like, And I'm like, I can't hear you.
yeah.
No idea, but it was. We like to make things exciting. 'Cause,
Yeah, no.
I could have very easily just walked up over here, and it
Yeah.
would have taken 5 minutes max.
hell.
A good life rule is this going to be a good story?
Oh,
That one was a good one.
yeah.
That was fun.
That's definitely the story itself.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
successful hibachi party.
That's good.
Yeah, I think I've made the mistake in the past since I'm cooking and we don't eat until 5 or something like that. So I
Yeah.
usually only have like 1 or 2 drinks like while I'm cooking or beforehand. In past years, like everybody else is like, oh, drinking in the pool, whatever,
Yeah.
while I'm cooking. And then once I get done, I'm like, oh, and I eat. I'm like, all right, well now I gotta catch up a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
like, they've been drinking for an hour or two. I was like, I gotta play catch up. And then next thing you know, it's like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
Because this is what happened whenever we're over here and I'm drinking. I live so close
Yeah.
that I'm like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm
You
going to
just
bed.
leave. You can walk.
Yeah, I just walk home, and so it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because like if I wasn't, I'd be like, oh well, I'm kind of stuck here, or I would like, oh, I'm gonna go crash on the couch for an hour and then revive and be back.
And go back.
Yeah, but I learned from my lessons. I learned my lesson from last time, and I ended up. I just took it
your
real
time.
slow. And I ended up actually not even drinking very much at all through that night because Noah was like
Stupid.
two beers, and I was like, "You want another one?" He's like, "I can't." He's like, "I can't have another one."
Did he just like drunk hurt, or was it like you were like drunk?
He was just like it was just like he was tripping. He was just like he just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
How's your infection now?
I thought I was gonna boss up on the
Yeah, he's like
nah,
these antibiotics can't stop me. He's like,
Yeah.
"What do you think it is? They drink responsibly?" Sure, yeah, I'll drink responsibly.
Yeah.
He was like, "Those things kick my butt. Kick my butt. Yeah, don't drink on those antibiotics."
I stopped.
That's probably why they say that.
I stopped taking them after 3 days. Supposed to get for 7.
Oh,
How's
man.
how's the infection now?
Gone.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, now it just looks like a really bad scar.
He also picks his scabs. I mean, I think most people pick their scabs.
I pick them whenever they get to the point of like they're starting to
Starting to flake, kind of starting to peel.
flake and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll rip them
No,
out.
yeah, he would
Yeah,
say
no,
he'll be
I'll
ripping them
bleed.
off while they're, and then they start
bleed.
bleeding.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to force myself to bleed though. That's like sick. It's like you got issues.
You know, it's funny because I can do it to myself, but if I watch Dylan rips his scabs off too, and if I watch him, I'll get so sick to my stomach. But Dylan has like craters in his arms from picking skin.
Really?
I got a nice one right on the inside of my elbow here.
But no,
That's from baseball. I had a nice scab there.
I don't pick to that point where I got holes in my body. But no,
No, like I would pick the turf mark on the side of your shin.
Yeah, the
Those
scabs.
ones are mandatory.
Yeah,
then
those
they
those
scar
for sure,
bad,
it's
though.
nearly impossible. You're just like, it's itchy, and then it starts coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's take a look. What did someone ask? Please, I needed the rain. I don't want to water the flowers.
Oh, is that your next?
Is
Is that your next job?
his most hated task?
I hate it. I hate watering the flowers. I don't know why. It just sucks.
It's not even that bad.
I know, but it sucks. I don't know why I don't like it.
All right.
Okay, but
From our YouTube community, we have some questions.
okay, so someone Kefa Rocks asked, "How much do you make from your YouTube account?" To keep it very plain and simple, it's $0.
$0. We make $0. Now, for those of you that don't know, the
Non-profit.
way that you
This
get
is a
monetized on YouTube is you have to reach 1,000 subscribers.
500.
Well, for some ad revenue stuff, it's 1,000 for ad revenue. You can
What
do
is 500
500 for
for?
Patreon. Like people can like subscribe and pay you money that way. The 1,000 is the ad revenue. That's the big one.
That's
But for the ad revenue, which is the big one, is the 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 watch hours. And we are, I think, 36 subs away from 1,000.
Oh, you guys are up there.
We're close. Yeah, the
36.
last podcast we did, or 2 ago, with Outdoors with the Morgans.
Yeah.
He was nice enough to shout us out on his YouTube channel and brought over a ton of his viewers, and we got 500 subscribers from that video.
That's awesome. I was
200?
500.
Like 5? Oh, I thought you said 200. Like,
yeah,
what?
I actually didn't watch the full thing, but I did see the clips of those. And I like channels like that too. And it's one of those things that you're like, why would I go on YouTube to watch somebody chop wood?
Yeah.
And then you start watching, and you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah, Noah said it's a good comfort video.
Yeah, and I love kind of outdoors channels like that. There's this channel that I really like watching. It's Deer Meat for Dinner.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Uh-uh.
Guy, he lives in Jupiter, Florida. This dude's maybe in his 40s. He just lives his life. He just basically, it's like vlogging.
Yeah.
But he just hunts, he fishes, he has a ranch. He just lives in Florida. He is Florida man. Walks around barefoot in the marsh, is like hopping on alligators, stuff like that.
Yeah.
This guy, he's like so inspirational as well. Like just like a family man, great guy.
Yeah.
Like he just lives his life, and watching him do that makes me want to do it so much.
Yeah.
Granted, I live in suburbia. Like
Yeah.
like I pretend like I'm outdoors. Like I can make a fire in my fire pit.
Yeah.
This guy's like, I can catch an alligator with my bare hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't go near the water when I'm down south.
Yeah.
But
No, I won't. Yeah, no. Florida's scary in regards of gators. You see the guy that caught that 19-foot python with his bare hands? This is great. I'll put a clip in.
Easy as hell.
There's this guy. Yeah. This guy on TikTok, I don't know if you've seen his stuff before. He would like walk through marsh barefoot, and he'd be like, "Today we're searching for the 20-foot python."
You get paid, I think, in Florida.
Yeah, you do for
Yeah.
hunting them.
Yeah, they by foot too.
So he had. I don't know what the rate is. I'll have to look it up now that
Might
you
be
say
like
that.
$100 a foot.
Yeah. So
I'd be like, let's go.
he caught the python by the tail, and then it jumped at him, and then he caught it while it was jumping, and sniped its neck, and it started to coil around him, and people were videoing it, and then they're like, "Oh my god!" And then they rushed to like uncoil him from this 19-foot Burmese python. It was insane.
Easy.
That reminds me, because I was like a Discovery Channel.
Oh yeah, no, I
Planet
loved Animal
junkie as a
Planet
kid.
too.
Like, I just remember, and these are like vague memories, and I just thought of this now. There was a show where they basically were trying to reproduce what it would be like for a human to be swallowed by a python.
Yeah.
So they put this guy in like a suit. Like, the dude looks like a transformer or something like that. And they're like, all right, here's this 20-some foot python. Now go get swallowed by him.
Yeah.
And they like have, of course, all their scientists there that are like, okay, here's the stress levels on the suit and whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm watching this. I'm like, this guy's actually gonna get swallowed. And
Yeah.
like, things coiling around him. I think it starts to try and eat him, whatever. And they were like, all right, abort.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way somebody was like, yeah, I'll go get eaten by a python. No, no, I don't care. Like, I want to live.
Yeah.
And I don't want to dream and have nightmares about that for the rest of my life, getting eaten by a python.
Yeah. Well, the other issue with that too is like they suffocate you. Like you're already dead whenever you're being swallowed.
Crushed. Yeah, they just
so they were like,
crush
we're
you.
gonna see if he swallows you alive.
Yeah.
I'm too strong for a python. It couldn't crush me.
Python?
Nah, I couldn't.
You probably just like flexing and yeah.
I just would.
I'm just simply built different, so I wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's how Noah is.
I just wouldn't let that happen.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So Joshua Collins asks, do you think there are actual lost treasures in the world? Like the City of Gold, Atlantis, D.B. Cooper kinds of things? If so, do you think people are devoting their lives to finding them?
Well, I mean, I think we know people are devoting their
Oh,
lives.
yeah.
Yeah,
like,
for
for sure. I mean, from anything. First of all, nowadays, you can monetize going on these wild goose chases.
Yeah.
Like, how many episodes
The
of...
Bigfoot hunt or whatever.
Yeah, Bigfoot. And then
Bigfoot.
every single episode, you're like, they're about to find him. This
What's
is
the
the
City of
episode
Gold
they're
called?
going to find him. Nope, never. Like, if... The thing is, if they find Bigfoot... I promise you're going to find out on the news before you find out on the Discovery Channel
Yeah,
that they found Bigfoot. Like, all of a sudden, just wait for this episode tonight on Animal Planet. They're going to find out Bigfoot. That's when they're going to release the news that they found Bigfoot.
Yeah, on Animal Planet.
Yeah.
What is the city? What's the City of Gold called?
The Lost City of the Gold.
No, it's
Didn't they-
got a name.
isn't that-
It's like an Aztec thing, I think.
Isn't that what they've
Or like a
tried to
Mayan.
find in
There's a
the...
movie
in Outer
about
Banks.
it. There's a movie about it.
Didn't they try and find that in National Treasure?
Oh yeah,
first one?
they did that. Oh, was it the City of Gold?
There's
I
a
don't know if
movie
it was
about
the
it.
City of Gold. I know Outer Banks, the new season, they were trying to find the City of Gold. National Treasure,
That's the one, because they...
or was it the treasure from the ship?
That's Outer Banks that they find.
El Dorado.
Yeah, El Dorado,
Dorado.
is this also related, called the City of Gold.
Yeah.
But well, at least in National Treasure, they try and find the City of Gold as well.
Yeah.
El Dorado had one of the finest animated women. A long
What?
time ago.
Oh, in the movie?
Yeah,
I've never watched the movie.
it's really old. It's like a Disney movie.
Oh, really?
She was fine though.
I do believe in Atlantis, though. I think Atlantis is real.
I mean, I think nowadays, like I said, it makes sense to kind of devote your life
Yeah.
to one of those because there's kind of two options. You could find it first of all.
I
You
never
remember this
watched it.
movie?
No,
This movie was gas, bro.
looks like Tangled, like
Yeah.
like that movie. But if you are searching for the Lost City of Gold or Bigfoot or whatever nowadays, if you find it, looks like Lilo and Stitch.
It does look like Lilo.
But she grew up. It actually kind of looks like Lilo's mom.
Yeah.
Pop that
Baddie.
up.
Baddie alert.
But if you find that treasure, whether it's Bigfoot or Skull Island, whatever now these Discovery shows are,
Yeah.
if you find that, like you're gonna make a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
But now just that search for it, you can monetize that with a TV show or YouTube even
Yeah.
now. You can monetize that. So I think back in the day, a lot of those people that were doing that were truly
They
in
were
that,
truly the treasure
in that
hunters.
gold rush
Yeah.
craze where it's true, I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm going to make money, and I'm going to find this treasure.
Yeah.
Like those people were truly like sought after it, and that's all they cared about. They
Yeah.
didn't care about necessarily the fame or the money at the time. They just wanted to find
wanted to
that
find it,
treasure.
see if it was real.
They just wanted the satisfaction of finding that treasure. Nowadays, I'm sure there's still people like that who they don't care about the fame. They just want to find that treasure. But there's a lot of people that they're like, I don't really even believe in Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But if I get these other idiots to watch me try and find it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good idea. I mean, it's
It is a good idea.
plan.
You ever see the Nelk video whenever they were
Finding
with the-
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Those are funny.
They were
videos.
trolling that guy so
Gamble's
hard.
Jimmy Gamble's in the big.
Those are funny ones.
Bigfoot.
Do you guys know who DB Cooper is?
Uh-uh.
You know who DB Cooper? He's the guy that like robbed the bank and got on the plane and then disappeared on the plane.
No, I have no
What is
idea.
this?
You really don't know who
I really don't know.
I'm uncultured.
It's a long time ago. Dude robs a bank, gets on an airplane, just as like someone on the plane, and then when they land,
Were they waiting for him?
they're waiting for him because they know where he's on. They know he's on the plane.
Yeah.
He's not there. He's gone.
But this was like a commercial flight.
Yeah. He's gone, and all the money's gone.
I think we should go
So that's
search
what he
for
meant.
that.
Yeah, we gotta go find the money.
Like,
All right.
That's what he meant by like
Oh, is that what that was?
people look for his money.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, drop a
There was a
comment if you want
movie-
us to go search for it, and you'll watch us.
I forget the movie.
Where do we have to go?
But they found it in the movie, and it was just like supposed to be like a funny movie, but they like stumbled upon it, and there was no money in the briefcase.
That's snakes on a plane, right?
Well, the also thing too now is it's like, why can't those things be real if they just pretty much confirmed that aliens are real? That whole hearing that they were like, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
they're pretty much real.
Yeah.
There's so many theories about this dude too, like
About
where
this guy?
where he's at, like how he did it, where's the money? Because like if he would have, there's no one really knows. Like if you hop out the plane to try to parachute, someone to say he parachuted off the plane.
Yeah,
No one knows no one knows where he's at.
he just
It was
disappeared.
just a fever dream.
Yeah,
He just disappeared.
Yeah. That's like, you know, the show. It's like Mystery on Skull Island or something like
Something-
that.
yeah.
Well, I think they're on like season like 800 or something like that. Like they're still digging up like some old well. Like,
yeah,
dude, you're not gonna find it. Like, grow up.
yeah. If you find it on the 900th season, let me know.
Yeah, they're like, this is the episode where we find it. Oh wait, nope, we just dug up a pipe.
Yeah,
I think there's something under here. It's a pipe.
metal detector.
Yeah, no, you just hit some old man's grave. Way to just
We didn't
deface
dig them
this.
up. That's cool.
Finding the chupacabra.
Find the snipes. You gotta find the snipes. Come here, snipe. It's like from Up. Here, snipe.
That up
Going
is
on
a
a
good
snipe
movie.
hunt. We used to do that in Boy Scouts. I was convinced that there were snipes, and the dads would be like, "Go find the snipes. They're down in the field. Go on a snipe hunt."
I feel
And
like
we all
that's
be
like
out
the
there, like-
ultimate dad move, where it's
Just
like,
send 'em
hey
on a
kid,
mission.
They just be there drinking some beers. and
Yeah.
We'd be looking for snipes in the field.
Our
Like-
wood fab
And
teacher.
there are no snipes.
Our wood fab teacher in high school did he'd ask some random kid, like his first time in a wood fab class, he'd be like, can you go get me the wood stretcher? And the kid's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah, you
And
gotta
then
search
you
for it.
search the school.
Well,
and there's-
that's like, oh yeah, you need more blinker fluid.
yeah.
Just took car into the shop. You need some more blinker fluid. That's gonna be
Yeah.
$100. And then some like 16-year-old girl's like, okay,
Yeah.
here's my parents' credit card. I'll get it fixed.
Yeah, I love those videos that they're like, oh, yeah, would you, or no, it's like they pump diesel into their car, like a prank.
Yeah.
And then they're like, Dad, I want to pump gas today. And they're like, oh, cool. She was like, but I use this like green nozzle. And then he like perks up from wherever he's at.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a sin in dad world.
Yeah. I had a buddy that, so my buddy, he's pretty special. And he worked at the milkshake factory in Cranberry.
Mm-hmm.
And he lived probably 10 minutes down the road on 19.
Okay.
And so he leaves because I was supposed to meet him, and then he makes a right. And the first right that you can make is actually to get on 79 South.
Yeah.
So then he gets on 79, and then he's like, oh, I'll make another right. The next right is actually to get you onto the merge to get onto the turnpike to either go to Harrisburg or Ohio.
Yeah.
So then he was like, oh, I'll make the next right. The next one, you get up in Beaver, and it's like a 30-minute drive up to Beaver. So he calls me, and he's like, I just drove the wrong way. And I was like, how do you not know how to get home from where you work, first of all?
How long ago was this?
We were 2 years ago.
Okay, so you have a GPS.
Yeah,
You have an
yeah.
iPhone.
Yeah, there's
You
ways.
should never get lost unless you have no service.
Yeah.
Like, you have a GPS.
That's why I said he's special. So
Yeah.
he gets up there. He's like, I want to run out of gas, but I've never pumped gas before. And I was like, are you serious? Like, how'd you even get your license? So I teach him how to pump gas. I'm like, you just put your card in, type your PIN in, select 87. Just put the regular in. So he puts it in. He does fine.
Why
Gets
was
back
it
home. we meet him.
$5?
Yeah. So then we figure out like 2 weeks later, he calls us. No, we're playing Xbox, and he's like, yeah, my dad's pretty upset. We're like, why? He's like, because I pumped diesel in the car. And I'm like, how did you pump diesel in the car? He's like, you're the one that taught me how to pump gas. I was like, I taught you how to pump gas, not diesel.
Yeah, there's
I grabbed the cool looking handle.
Yeah. So then he was like, the nozzle didn't fit, so I had to
green
prop
one makes
it
you
up
go
against
extra
the-
fast.
Yeah. He was like, he had to prop up the nozzle because the nozzle doesn't fit in a regular gas tank. So he's like, yeah, I propped up the nozzle and just like watch the gas just pour in. I'm like, that's not how that's supposed to work, brother. So then of course, the diesel gets in the engine and it sputtered out. I don't think it caused any real damage, but he tried to blame me for teaching how to pump gas. I'm like, are you serious?
You ever seen the video of the lady at the gas station? She's like this, and she's like spraying down her car
Her
with the
car with the
gasoline.
gas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Can you spray me?
Yeah.
like who gave that? Like, there's no way she has a driver's license. Like,
It's
she
like,
had
how
to
do
have
people
taken
do that?
something.
Like, there's like, oh, it's intrusive thoughts. But first of all, that's a weird
Watch
intrusive
that.
thought to have.
Yeah.
And then they're just
Like,
hosing
and
their
to do
car
it
with
long enough?
gasoline.
Okay, that guy.
What was that? What was that?
But the fact that she did it long enough and just kept going, that somebody was able to be like, what
What
the
is
heck?
going on?
Like, first of all, that guy shouldn't have been taken. He should have been calling 911.
Yeah.
Lock this lady up. She should never see the light of day again.
Wasting gas.
Yeah. Yeah, first of all, wasted gas. Second of all, somebody like accidentally scratches the ground, the thing's gonna ignite.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're dead. Like, that whole entire place
Throwing a
is blown up.
cigarette on the ground.
Yeah, yeah. I bet you she was smoking a cigarette too. She was like,
Dude, that's fake. You can't really. When people do it, maybe it's like that doesn't work.
What?
They myth busted that.
all right, let's go find out.
Throwing a cigarette to try to like.
Okay, we'll do it in your driveway when we're done with this.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, they myth busted it. The
Okay, here.
Mythbusters.
How about this? We're gonna soak your shoes in gasoline. We're gonna pour some gasoline around you, and I'll throw a cigarette at your toes. Are you
Won't
gonna
work.
Are you gonna be willing to risk your life? You gonna bet your life on that?
Yeah.
They myth busted it, dude.
All
I
right,
trust
I-
the walrus. The
I
walrus,
believe
dude.
you, Jamie,
Mythbusters
and
is a great show.
oh yeah, but it's so weird to see them now
Yeah,
because he's been because Adam and Jamie, right?
I think so.
Adam's the redhead one.
Mhm.
It's so weird because they're older now, and I've seen a couple of videos.
Whoa!
That was a bit of static there.
Yeah, I know.
But I've seen some
Oh,
videos
yeah.
now where people go in their. I think it might have been a Mark Roberts video or something like that, and they go in his shop, and you're seeing his shop from such a different angle
Yeah.
than they recorded in the movie, and you're like, this is the same place. And first of all, I don't know how you could find anything in that man's shop.
Yeah.
It is like I go in my garage and I can't even find things. I'm like, where's the screwdriver I want? No clue.
Yeah.
This guy, it's like a warehouse full of
Stuff.
yeah. It's just random stuff. Like you could spend years trying to find something in there that
Yeah.
you just like, oh, I misplaced it.
Yeah.
I set it down in a drawer and it's gone forever. You won't find that thing.
Yeah.
But he is such an impressive shop. It's crazy to see how how many years and years of just built up equipment.
Well, even
sitting
before
there.
Mythbusters, like he had to
Oh yeah.
like it's just him doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like just experimenting and then
Yeah.
pitching a show to someone, or someone pitching a show, be like, hey, follow these guys around.
Yeah. They're obviously just extremely intelligent people.
Yeah.
And they're not just like, okay, I'm good at math or
Yeah.
I'm good at this. Like they're
They actually apply it.
they're engineers, and their overall knowledge and skill is very impressive.
It's cool to see. I watched a couple Mark Rober videos, especially the whenever he pranks the gift snatchers
Yeah,
on Christmas.
yeah.
He
The
does
Porch
it.
Pirates.
Yeah,
Porch Pirates.
he it's cool whenever he's like, oh yeah, or you don't really know him, but then you look up his profile and it's like he worked at NASA, and you're like, oh, this dude's
He did
like a
7
legit
years
engineer.
on
Yeah.
the Mars rover.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's some really impressive people out there on YouTube, and it's funny to see people make that switch from a professional career where whether you're working in an office, you have a steady income.
Yeah.
You have security in life.
Yeah.
I mean, not that YouTube's going anywhere bad in the next couple years or anything like that, but
Yeah.
first of all, to take that leap.
Yeah.
I know a lot do both at the same time, but to take that leap from a professional career, quit your job,
Yeah.
and then pursue YouTube full time, whereas maybe in a year you fall off. Maybe you take that risk and you never make it, or you take that leap and now you're a millionaire. It can
Yeah.
go so many different ways.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the clip from Mr. Morgan, but he quit his job 2 or 3 years ago
Yeah, I
in
s-
oil and gas to pursue YouTube.
Yeah,
which is
using
crazy.
oil and gas too. I mean, granted,
Lord.
oil and gas is an up and down industry,
Right.
but man, at
Just
that
step
point,
away from something. Is it your phone?
I don't know.
It's gotta be. It can be.
no, it's not. But yeah, no, that's such a. And I'm not a huge risk taker
Yeah.
in something like that. I like having some security,
Yeah.
some stuff like that. So if I was in that position, I'd really have to see, like, I would be the guy that would be like full-time YouTube and a full-time job. Like, I'd be working 40 hours,
Yeah.
and I'd have to have like a really good income on YouTube and like prove like a good income for like a
Consistently.
year
Yeah.
or two to be like, okay, I can make this leap. Either
Yeah.
that or like I have like some type of other backup
Yeah.
plan.
Because there's also like with YouTube, there's no benefits. Like YouTube doesn't give you like health.
You're self-employed.
Yeah.
You're self-employed.
Yeah.
And the thing that you see about 90% of, and I think from talking with Noah, I think you're a pretty big YouTube junkie.
Yeah.
Just like I spend, and I was actually gonna think about this. I want to see my screen time on YouTube.
Yeah.
How many hours because I watch a ridiculous amount of YouTube. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
I don't watch TV. I don't really watch movies.
Yeah.
I just watch YouTube. But and I forget
iPad kid.
Huh?
iPad kid.
iPad kid?
yeah.
I'm totally an iPad kid.
Yeah, I definitely, I'm the one that I go to eat dinner or something like that, and I sit down with my food, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, what am
do
I gonna
wanna-
watch today?
What am I gonna watch when I eat? Like, I can't just sit here and eat. What am I gonna do? Stare at the wall?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta be entertained.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I forget where I was going with that whole thought.
YouTube quitting careers. Oh, I was talking about there's no benefits. You're self-employed.
Yeah.
But yeah, YouTube is a crazy space, mainly because it's accessible to anyone.
Yeah.
Like anyone can. If you have a Wi-Fi and you have a phone, you can start a YouTube.
Yeah. I do remember I was going. The amount of people that just fall off, not because of their lack of ability or necessarily because people don't like what they're doing. It's because of self-motivation.
Yeah.
And not like that's something I would worry about myself is, okay, I'd get too comfortable. And
Yeah.
now how do I self-motivate myself that it's okay, it's been 10 years or it's been 5 years and I'm making the same YouTube type style videos
Yeah.
or doing things like that, and how do I continue to push myself and to be motivated to want to do better? You see people that daily upload every day, and they're super consistent, and you don't even see them blink. They don't.
Yeah.
it doesn't bother them at all. And then you see people that they grind for a month or 2 months, and then they're like, okay, now all of a sudden they haven't posted in 3 months, 4 months, and you're like, now they're starting to, you can see they're not motivated.
Yeah.
And they're like getting too comfortable. That's the hardest thing about YouTube, is being your own boss.
Yeah. That's why, like, it's also like, it's like, I would say it's the number one competitive market, because there are so many people that can get into it, and there's so many people that are trying to get to it, but which is why I like version of podcasting, because you don't necessarily have to create new stuff. You just have to keep having new people. Like, that's where I think Joe Rogan excels, is because he brings on all these young guys that want to share their story. Like, he just did a podcast with Zach Bryan. Like,
I did. I watched that.
It's pretty cool, just because he's bringing on new guests that are tailored to his audience.
Yeah.
And he wants to learn from those people, too.
And the thing with that type of content as well is your content is dependent on the day, dependent on what is happening in the world that week, that day, that month. Whereas, okay, if you're a YouTuber that plays video games, some games get stale. Yeah. And that's also what you see with people that are good at video games, and that's why people watch them. Yeah. I'm Marksman, really, really good Call of Duty player, and he's entertaining to watch as well, but he's mainly known for his skill in Call of Duty. Yeah. I used to watch him all the time when I was playing Modern Warfare 2, Search and Destroy, like 2020. I was watching his videos every single week, and I'm subscribed to him. I would watch him and I was like, okay, now I know what to do, how to move at this map in Call of Duty. Yeah. Whereas now Call of Duty is not huge on YouTube, and I also haven't played any Call of Duty in years. Yeah. It's not my interest. And I wasn't necessarily watching him for his personality. Not saying that he had a bad personality, but I was watching him for his skill in that game. Yeah. Whereas some YouTubers that, even though they do gaming, it's their personality that you're watching them for, whether it's like the Vanoss crew or Fitz and the Misfits, stuff like that. When you watch them, you're watching them for the personality, and that them playing games is background. It's
all what they're talking about.
Yeah, they're playing CS:GO, and you're like, okay, they're shooting, and they're kind of playing the game, but you're not even paying attention. You're just listening to what they say. Yeah. Like, those people can evolve, and they can do pretty much anything on YouTube, and you would watch them. Yeah. And that's kind of the secret to YouTube.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Dan TDM in the Minecraft days. And then I was like, I went back like maybe a couple months ago to see like how he's doing. He's still making videos, but it's not nearly like, he's not getting his views that he used to. Yeah. Like, he's like, all the mod packs he used to do, or all the like the Dr. Trey horror stories he used to do.
Yeah, your subscriber base also grows. Yeah. They grow up. And you're like, okay, you can't make the same videos because your fans aren't 12 anymore. Yeah. They're now
we're 21 and
18,
drinking
20,
in
21.
College, you know.
Yeah, they're interested in different things.
Yeah. There was a clip whenever Logan Paul had the Sidemen on, and he was like, well, why'd you guys try to do, was it wine for their drink?
And XIX.
Is it vodka?
XIX is vodka, yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, why'd you choose vodka? And he was like, our fan base grew up. Yeah. Like, no one's watching us anymore is like 15, 16. Yeah. Everyone's now in college. They've matured. They're paying their own bills. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, kind of something I wanted to talk about today was kind of who you grew up watching. You already mentioned like Dan TDM, like who you grew up on YouTube, because again, that was a huge part of my upcoming. Yeah. I watched so much YouTube, and some of it, I didn't watch a lot of even the super mainstream stuff that other people watched. I got in my own crevices of YouTube, so I don't know what you guys kind of grew up on YouTube wise.
Go ahead, Chase.
Mine was a lot of Dan TDM. I never really watched Markiplier. I never watched those big guys like that.
That's what
I watched a lot of Logan Paul. Logan for life.
That's nice. I'm part of Logan for life.
Noah's always has been a Logan Paul fan. Like, I remember everybody's hating on him. He was always like, I like him. Yeah. That's what Logan.
I mean, sure, he made one of the biggest mistakes in all of YouTube history.
That was funny.
It's also the most notable, like anybody you think, okay, name a time somebody messed up professionally, like in their career or something like that. That's what you think of.
Yeah. Yeah, freaking Logan just called out Bradley Martin for talking trash on Jake. He said, you're just fishing for clicks, and Bradley Martin's like, "Didn't you film a dead guy in the forest talking about fishing for clicks?"
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
had beef
yeah.
with Bradley Martin for being like, he was like, yeah, he was talking to Nate Diaz on his podcast, and he was like, I love Jake, but I want to see you beat up Jake. And then Logan was like, you can't say it about my brother and then hope he gets beat up. Like, it's just kind of wrong.
I mean, that's boxing. That's you can box somebody that goes to the same gym as you, and
Yeah.
you want to beat them up, obviously. But I mean, not that you want to hurt them or cause any damage to them. You still want to win.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily a correct thing to get mad about.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe he took the fact that he said beat up rather than win.
Yeah.
But I think at that
Like I
point,
said,
it's
I wanted to see. I love Jake, but I wanted to see him get his beat.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
What about you, Noah? Who
I
were
watched
your?
a lot of vloggers. Logan, Jake, Lance 210.
Oh, Lance was a good
Yeah,
one.
Lance. Remember when he cut his hand with the fruit ninja?
Yeah.
Oh, I still remember watching that video. I think you showed it to me,
Probably.
and I
used to watch a lot of
oh,
Lance.
it's so disgusting. Him cutting his finger, and he just like stands there, and he's like,
Yeah.
like
Sidemen,
oh, it gives
Dude
me-
Perfect.
Oh, I didn't even say Sidemen.
Sidemen, Dude Perfect.
I didn't
how
get into
ridiculous.
side med until
Dude, perfect.
about a year ago. About last summer,
Really?
I think, is when I got into side med.
What did they get into last year that would have gotten you into that?
I don't see. The thing is, I
Like, is
bounce
it like their
everywhere.
React channel?
No, it was their main channel. So
Probably just
Oh,
watched
the
a good
Sidemen
video.
Sundays.
Probably just
Yeah.
watched a good video and you're like, wow, this is actually.
yeah, so
Okay.
I'm
Terrible.
type of person that I go through phases
Yeah.
where I'm like really into these style videos. Seems like you guys watched a lot of like vlog, like IRL stuff like that. Did you guys like know gaming videos or
Not
like
necessarily gaming. My first video game, or like video game I
Minecraft,
could have
you
watched
mentioned,
was Minecraft, but then my first FPS was Infinity War. So that was
Okay.
a
No, I didn't.
bad one to start on.
Jev or
didn't-
Phase Jev? Do you ever watch Phase Jev?
Not the old stuff, like his new stuff. And then I go back and
Yeah,
watch his
I
old
started
stuff.
watching Phase Jev. I think probably it was before Modern Warfare 2 2019. Or sorry, Modern Warfare 2019 is what I meant. I think I meant that earlier as well. So it's probably around 2018 I started watching Phase Jev, and
Yeah.
he's one of those cut calm, like he's been doing the same thing where he's background music, the background game, and he's just talking.
He's just talking.
He's just being himself. He's just
Yeah.
talking,
No.
and that's entertaining.
Yeah, I like that too.
Dude, that's one that you're watching for the personality. You don't necessarily like you watch him. He has his rage moments, his rage touches, stuff like that. But nowadays, especially, you don't watch him for his gameplay. You watch
Right.
him because you like him. You like his personality.
Yeah.
I probably watched a lot of Fortnite. That's probably like the first gaming videos I watched was Fortnite.
I watched a lot of
Obviously
Wildcat.
The Wildcat.
Wildcat,
band.
When he
yes.
played with
I-
Marksman.
I still watch Wildcat every single video.
Yeah.
I still watch him.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, but
I try.
those guys, I'm trying to think who else I kind of came in late with a couple like sidemen, like for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were already like kind of over that hump. Like they were like at their peak of like being brand new into the scene, and like
Yeah.
really now they're like kind of steady.
Mhm.
Like they're still doing really well, and they're still doing new creative stuff. But I definitely came in late on that one. I don't know why I never watched them. I think I saw probably something in my recommended, and I was like, I don't really have anything to watch right now. Like this kind of looks interesting, and I
Yeah.
click on it, and I'm like, oh, I've heard people like I know who all these people are. Like I've heard their names and everything like that. Never watched them necessarily, and then started watching them. And I was like, I like this. I was like, this
Yeah.
is entertaining. This is. I was like,
the cold ones.
oh, cold ones,
Isn't that
cold ones.
The
The Australian
dudes?
guys.
no.
Hey,
Max Mofo and
yeah,
Chad?
yeah, Max Mofo and Chad Anything for Views. Oh my god, they have the funniest videos. They sit at a table like this basically,
Yeah.
and they just have random things. So they'll order things from Etsy or something online,
Yeah.
or they'll review drinks, or they'll review.
Oh wait, maybe I have seen them.
I think you might.
They'll review.
Are they newer?
No, they've had a channel for a while, but they also do cold ones like podcasts. So it's like a kind of a playoff of like hot ones. So their original thing was like the cold ones. They would bring people on, they would drink and
Yeah.
just interview them.
Yeah.
They don't do that very often. They have them like every once in a while. But now their videos are them just being like
Just
imagine all your
extremely funny, but
imagine
the
all of
editor-
your intrusive thoughts and somebody was like, okay, just act out all your intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
That's them. Like they're like there's something gross that they're like trying. They're like don't throw it, and he's like
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's their editing. I think their editing is what makes it because
Yeah.
their editor should be getting paid.
A lot
well.
of videos, it's what makes or breaks it. You can
'Cause-
have someone who has a ton of personality but doesn't know how to edit a video.
Like they're talking and it's like the most random things. Like they're talking, they're saying something stupid, and then all of a sudden the editor just like their eye starts dropping. Like one of the like Chad
Like,
or Max, like their eye just starts drooping down, and you're
Yeah.
like, what the heck?
He'll drink something, his face will turn green and melt.
Yeah, and like it's just like, yeah, that's something that I've been watching them for a little while, but I kind of got into that into it a little bit. I said, do you watch them, whatever, and then I think he kind of started watching them, and he was like, this is the funniest
These
thing.
dudes are funny.
They could. That's one of those people that they could pretty much do anything, and they're
Yeah.
gonna be entertaining.
Yeah.
They're super entertaining, and they have new random prompts that are just hilarious.
Yeah.
Every week or two, whenever they post.
Yeah, they're good.
The Misfits as well. Did you ever like?
I watched
Misfits?
their older stuff. I
Fits,
haven't watched-
Swagger Souls.
Yeah.
Man, I was.
Raccoon
I
Eggs.
threw, yeah, Raccoon. Actually, he was just in a Fitz video because Fitz posted again, and I was gonna check if Raccoon Eggs has uploaded since, because I know the last time I checked it was like a year or something like that, or
Yeah.
two, since he had uploaded, and I was gonna check his YouTube channel.
I think Raccoon's hilarious because he's got that deep voice and he says like a few things,
Yeah.
but they're all so funny.
Yeah,
I don't like Swagger Souls.
You think he's
you like
annoying?
Swagger?
I think he's annoying.
I like Swagger.
He's the one with with like
The-
Yeah, he's got like the typical like like radio voice.
I don't like him.
I like Swagger. Swagger's funny. So I went through a phase where I was watching like every episode of their podcast as well.
I love their podcast.
They had a Spotify deal, so
Yeah.
and I think it was pretty bad during COVID because in Australia especially it was super locked down, like, and they went through kind of a bad phase where they had a contract with Spotify, so they had to upload every week.
Yeah.
And they would get there and they'd be like, oh, let's talk about something.
Yeah.
And it kind of went downhill, but I think it's just because they were so mentally like drained and they're stuck in lockdown and they can't do this and they can't do that. And then the podcast kind of fell apart towards the end, but they had a really good podcast. All of their, now they'll post some Misfits videos where they go on these crazy adventures.
Those are hilarious.
And they're just, those guys, I think it's just those Australian guys. There's some
The
rascals.
Aussies are all
They're
hilarious.
some rascals.
Yeah,
They-
I love the podcast
Laser
episode
beam.
where they were talking about their trip to Europe and how they had to take all the edibles before
Yeah,
getting through TSA.
the
That was
moon
hilarious.
the moon cakes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their first podcast. I
Yeah.
think it's Poland, the Poland story.
Poland story.
Poland
It was
story.
hilarious.
I remember watching like it came out because I was watching them when they were like, okay, this is our first podcast. We got to tell the Poland story.
Yeah.
Or, no, first podcast I think was podcast number 0, and they just introduced themselves. I think the second one was them actually telling the Poland story.
Poland story was hilarious, and then they did the podcast after the episode, or before. No, it was before they released the episode of whenever they did all their cars, like the pink
Oh, yeah.
limousine and the
Yeah. They each had like $5,000 to.
spent on a crappy car or whatever like that.
Yeah, and then I think one of them ended up like breaking. They couldn't even finish. Like,
Yeah.
part of it. Oh god.
So then they were all jammed in the limo.
Yeah, there's one where they go on some trip and they're like I can't even remember. I think they go to Tasmania at one point or something. I can't remember. Might have been a different video, but they go fishing, and where they're fishing, it is illegal to put carp. If you catch a carp, they're super invasive, and if you
Yeah.
catch it, it's illegal to release it back into the water.
Yeah.
You have to dispatch it.
Yeah.
And they're being the goons that they are, so they're catching fish, whatever, and they're like, "Oh my god, we're catching so many," and then they're just like leaving them on the side, and like, I think at one point they do some like messed up things where Swagger like steps on one fish or something. Like they do like some pretty
Yeah.
messed up things, but they're like literally like you look over and they have like 10 fish just sitting in a pile.
Yeah.
Because it's literally illegal to
Release
put
it
them
back in because they're invasive.
Yeah, but oh man, I could watch them do anything.
Yeah.
They're so funny, so entertaining. Those Aussie guys, actually, that reminds me of Cold Ones. They just had a video where they went to the most isolated bar.
Yeah,
They went to like the Outback, and they're in this little small town, middle of nowhere, and they basically just take over the place. They're sitting in the bars with the locals, and
Yeah.
they're going out
There's
and
one
drinking
bar.
with them.
There's
Yeah.
one hotel.
And they're like with the locals, and
Yeah.
it's just watching Australian people do anything is entertaining.
Aussies are great. I will say that. I think they're hilarious. It's also just their dialect which makes them funny too.
Yeah, they're just the way they see things.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, and I think Australia, New Zealand, like that's bucket list for me to go there. I would love
Visit.
I'd love to go there. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
I think it's also just like like Sydney has like the opera house and like all those things, and it's just like
yeah.
it'd be a cool place
I
to
think
see.
New Zealand is definitely like Australia as well, but I think New Zealand. I think.
Now, if you go to the outback and they have all the scary creatures there everywhere,
no,
I'm out on that.
That's the thing is I want to visit. I don't
Yeah,
want
do it
to. I
on
don't
this
want to
day.
stay.
Bird eater spiders.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Tarantula hawk or whatever.
I mean, we live in Pittsburgh. There's no tornadoes really. There's
Yeah.
no earthquakes.
I was in a tornado in Pittsburgh once.
There's been like 2.
Were you like the cow floating around in like
No, we were in
cartoon?
the science center and there was actually a tornado that went through the
Oh,
city.
were you with? Why does Zoo remember this story? Because Zoo also told the same story. Were you guys on a field trip the same day?
No, I was not on a field trip with just my family.
Maybe
Yeah.
you were there the same day that Zoo was.
I don't.
He was on a field
I don't
trip.
think. Yeah, I think he's. I don't remember.
Unless
him
I'm
saying
tripping.
that. But no. Yeah, it ripped apart the front of the science center.
Yeah. Well,
It's crazy.
it's very
One
unlike
tornado
yeah,
every
one-
15 years.
Yeah. I can't remember there ever being an actual tornado.
Yeah.
And there's no hurricanes. There's no natural disasters. There's like copperhead snake. Like there's no
Yeah.
abundant
There's nothing
poisonous
dangerous.
or venomous
yeah.
animals.
the
like-
eastern timber rattlesnake.
Yeah. Like I think Pittsburgh's a pretty
It's a pretty safe spot in terms of animals.
in terms
There's
of
wolf spiders,
wolf spiders.
Daddy long legos.
groundhogs.
Would you pick up a daddy long legger?
Oh, yeah.
Leg? Or you
I pick. Dude,
pick
I
'em
would.
up?
I love daddy long legs. I really don't like bugs that look scary.
Yeah.
Those dudes
they're
are
even,
not
like,
scary.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Those dudes are not scary.
They have like 6 legs to begin with, anyways. They're like regular insects.
They're not scary.
They're supposed to be like the most venomous thing ever.
Yeah, but they can't bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah, their mouth is too small.
Yeah.
Can't get a hold of me. Just built different.
Little baby daddy long.
Jeez. Yeah, no, nowadays I'll watch pretty much anything on YouTube if it's something that catches my eye and I can get it. What will most likely happen if it's something I'm not really that into, but I like it for a little bit. I'll watch it for like a week or two, and then I'll never watch it again.
Yeah.
Like there's some channels that I'm subscribed to that I don't even like. I subscribed to them because I was into it for a week, and then
Now it's gone.
3 of our subs.
haven't watched
Whenever I was in Penn State a few weeks ago, 3 of our subs they had their YouTube signed in with 3 different accounts, and I went on each one of them, but I subscribed. I
did you
subscribed
really?
to hella people, but so we're in there.
yeah, shout out to you guys. I know you're watching this right now. You definitely did not unsubscribe once Noah left.
Yeah.
There's no shot they did. They had like 800 subscribers. They were subscribed to
Subscribed
so
800.
many people.
I think
Jeez.
we can see the stat who the most subscribed person is. You got like 5,000 subs. It's weird though
What?
that one of our viewers has 5,000 subs.
What is who that you know in real life? Who has the most subscribers that you know of anybody?
Morgan's. It would have been E-Tour until I knew the Morgans.
Um,
300,000.
He's at 337, 38 now.
Does Brent or does Hank have more?
Hank has less. Hank was earlier, but Brent. I don't know if you ever heard
Brent TV.
Brent TV, Brent
Yeah, I
Television.
told him
Yeah,
about
the SpongeBob popsicle guy. He was in your grade, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He's in Noah's grade, so you're younger than me. I think he's been making like kind of content and like vines. And,
He still makes it, yeah.
but he's been doing that for a while. But I think he just kind of blew up like
TikTok.
2 or 3 years ago, like
Look at
TikTok
those
with
SpongeBob
that.
popsicles.
And I think he's got like 3.2 million.
Maybe it's 6 on TikTok.
He's got more on TikTok
Yeah,
than just
I
on
don't
YouTube.
have TikTok anymore.
Oh, this is YouTube. He's got 3 on YouTube.
Yeah, 3.1 on
Oh,
YouTube.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he makes like his videos are like he'll post them of like the little Minecraft charms, like unboxing of those.
Yeah.
Or like mining for the little gold things where you like soak them in water and you have like a little mini pickaxe, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But they'll get like 600,000 views, like 700,000 views. Like he's got some real YouTube going
Yeah.
on. Like,
He's got a good. I watch his TikTok videos. He's got a good voice for it too.
Yeah.
It's fast. It's
Yeah.
like it's high enough to be like, oh, this guy's like, because clearly
passionate about it.
yeah, clearly SpongeBob Popsicle is more meant for like you could argue a younger audience, or even like kind of like our age because it's kind of entertaining to
Yeah.
find like a.
But I mean, that's the thing is
SpongeBob
anybody
Popsicle.
could watch it because, and especially with TikTok and everything like that, you would catch yourself watching videos that you're like, I don't even care about.
Yeah.
But with TikTok, I swear you end up watching so many videos.
Yeah,
That you're like,
you watched the whole the greatest game ever played, the golf movie with Shia LaBeouf on TikTok, didn't you?
I did watch it on TikTok.
It was in like 800 parts.
yeah, it's like mad scientist freaks out during chemistry class, and it's like part 9,541. It's
Yeah.
like Breaking Bad. It's like the very end, and it's
Yeah.
like, and you're on TikTok, and you're like, I just scrolled through 9,000, and now I finally get to watch the end of Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
It's like, I wonder how many people are like, I gotta save that TikTok.
Yeah.
I gotta finish watching. I'm not buying. Everybody that has gotten their subscriptions to Netflix, idiots, just watch it on TikTok.
yeah, it's
Just
already
watch
there.
it on TikTok. Watch part 9,000.
We're getting close to an hour here.
Oh, I think we're like at an hour.
2 more minutes.
For the last little segment, what streamer are you big into watching streamers or like even their YouTube stuff or their clips?
So yeah, I watched some clips of some streamers, but I've never been the guy to sit down and watch a stream because I'm usually when I'm doing things I pause a lot, like
To go do something.
yeah,
come back
like
and
or
watch
I'm watching a video and I make it halfway through and I kind of just I'll be like, all right. I went through a phase where I was actually watching FaZe Kitty on
Really?
on Twitch, and he was doing like a streamathon kind of like where he was actually streaming every single day, and he was playing Call of Duty and he was playing Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
I was watching him every single day, and I remember like getting gifted a sub, and I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I have the little the emoji next to my name and stuff like that. I was
Yeah.
like, this is awesome. And then I think he stopped streaming, and I kind of never spent too much time on Twitch.
Yeah. I got big back into playing on R6 because of Jinxie. Have you seen Jinxie at all? Blow up?
It sounds familiar.
He's this R6 streamer, and he is. I don't know what makes him so funny. It's just he's so stupid that it's hilarious, and he's actually good. He's like champion in Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know if you ever played.
I actually remember when that was being advertised first coming out.
Yeah.
And I was like, that game looks like so much fun. We got it for my Xbox One. I don't think it was.
It was
Xbox
probably the one.
360.
It was the one.
Yeah, we ended up getting that, and I grinded that for a while, but I haven't played it.
Yeah. Oh, it's great now because he brought back the fan base. So he's the number
Really?
one streamer on Twitch right now because of that, and he'll get like 25,000 viewers every stream,
Yeah.
like constantly, and
That's
it's
nuts.
cool to see because I started watching him in December whenever he had 22,000 subs, and then over the last couple months he blew up and he has 100 and some thousand, and like 1.7 million followers on TikTok or Twitch. Like he did really well for himself. But I got back into R6 and playing Rainbow because
That's
of
so
him.
funny. You want to know something it's kind of sad, but it's entertaining. But it's something that like I can't believe I did for a while. Is I was watching a Monopoly League. You know who Swifter is?
Yeah.
Swifter says, and I don't. He had a Monopoly League. I would watch 3-hour videos of them playing Monopoly.
Monopoly?
Yes, they have Monopoly League. I would 3 hours straight.
Yeah.
And he would. The annoying thing was that his schedule. I'm like, how rude. His Twitch schedule didn't line up with my schedule.
Yeah.
So when I wanted to watch it, I would just watch it on YouTube, which
Yeah.
was better anyway. Because if I wanted to skip through, I could do that. But he would stream it at night, and I wanted to kind of while I was doing other things, I would watch it during the day. But I'm not even joking. I would sit there and watch a 3-hour
Monopoly stream?
Monopoly video, and they like the whole thing. They're just rolling dice,
Yeah.
and it's pretty because he plays with his subscribers. It's a pretty cool thing, and he has a league and they have a point system. Depending on what place you get in, you get a certain amount of points.
Yeah.
And at the end of and he plays as well, and it's so funny because he ends up. You have some idiots that come in that are subscribers and they don't know how to play the game or something like
Yeah.
that, and he's like, "Yep, you're banned. You're never playing again. You're never playing again." But it was super entertaining. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was great for having on in the background. I was like, who knew that Swifter has a Monopoly League?
Yeah.
There's a league of Monopoly.
Yeah.
But I went through a phase where it was like 6 months.
Watching his stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I was watching.
I watch AMP.
A lot of. Do you watch their videos or their streams?
There's the videos. I don't go on Twitch.
What is that? 8?
AMP, it's like Kai
Kai
Cenat, who
Cenat.
by the way just shut down all of New York.
Yeah, I did see that.
I watch. They're hilarious.
Phantom's great. The Phantom Tax.
Phantom.
Duke Dennis is funny. Agent's pretty funny.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't have any social media except for YouTube.
Yeah.
I guess I have Snapchat. I have Snapchat and I have YouTube. I never had a I never had a Twitter. Now it's X.
Yeah.
Never had Twitter. I had an Instagram. I deleted that like a year or so ago. The account still exists. I just don't have it on my phone. And never really had Facebook. I had Facebook so I could log in on Subway Surfers.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I got to get my account for Subway Surfers. So I used my Facebook for Subway Surfers and for 8-Ball Pool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I used my Facebook for. Never had it. So like a lot of this news, like Noah will say something, I'm like, I have no
idea.
I'm like, if it's not on YouTube, or if I don't hear it from word of mouth, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of nice.
It is nice because now you're not getting sucked into. Do you get sucked into YouTube Shorts at all? Because short form content is becoming very addictive for a lot of people.
Yeah. So I had TikTok and I deleted that kind of for that reason. I have YouTube Shorts, and I'm kind of mad that YouTube Shorts are getting better because it used to be YouTube Shorts were kind of terrible.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's not that big of a deal because I can go on YouTube Shorts and I'll only be on there for a little bit because it's not that good. But now YouTube Shorts are getting better, and I'm like, this is. And I was like, I don't want to spend time on YouTube Shorts. And the thing is, I was trying to find out if you can actually turn off shorts, like disable shorts so I can't see them.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see shorts. I only want to watch the actual content, the full
YouTube
videos. And so, because a couple months ago, I was like, I need to delete YouTube because of shorts.
Yeah.
I don't want, but I was like, I can't delete YouTube because I watch too much just content, full length videos. I was like, I can't do that. I was like, I was trying to find out if you could disable shorts because I need to get rid of that in my life.
Yeah.
It's too much of that. You need that instant gratification, just kind of that loop of
It is.
keep
It's the
going,
next
keep
high.
going,
It's
keep
what's gonna
going,
make you
keep
laugh
going.
next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you just can't stop.
Yeah.
So
Well, you want to do music?
Yeah. I got mine real quick. It's Modern Jam. My Eyes, Eyes from Utopia and Topia Twins. All Travis Scott songs from Utopia.
I just went to Cheyenne, Wyoming, for Frontier Days, which I'll probably talk about in the next podcast with Phil. And we saw Zach Bryan.
yeah,
So I'm gonna add Tishomingo. I'm gonna add Snow, and I'm gonna add Whiskey Fever. Those are gonna be my three.
nice. I mean, am I supposed to add a song?
Yeah, when we have our guests on, you can add three
Okay.
songs of your choice.
Okay. Well, I'll try to think of a few off the top of the
Never
head
watched
because
to the end.
He doesn't know the last word.
I gave you this idea.
And
This is his idea?
Yeah, I gave him the idea to start a playlist with
Oh.
songs that you guys add at the end. That was my idea. I gave that to Noah.
Noah comes to me, he goes, we should make a playlist with
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, of course he's taking my because I remember watching the first couple videos and I was like, I know a couple things that I was like, you should maybe try these, and of course I'm like, whatever, but you don't have to. But I gave him that idea.
We fixed the stereo setting whenever we only had the audio playing through the left or the right ear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you told Noah, you got to find the stereo setting. It's somewhere.
Yeah, and but anyways, actually, I'll add this song "Infatuation"
Okay.
by Takeoff. That's the Miko that's by, right? Takeoff,
Yeah.
because he's the one that passed away not too long ago. And the funny thing about that is, yesterday we were golfing. We had a golf outing. That's probably phone. We had a golf outing, and we had played random music. We had a random playlist basically
I got Snow. Right?
going, and that song comes on, "Infatuation," and Noah goes, "Oh, I like this song," and I had actually texted Noah when you guys were first talking about music, because your music type of Suicide Boys and things like that. I was like, I really like that too, and I was like, tell Chase he should listen to "Infatuation."
Yeah.
And it came on yesterday, and Noah was like, I like this song. I said, this is the song that I told you to tell Chase about.
I never added it, but yeah.
Yeah, "Infatuation" by Takeoff. That's a great song. I'm really into Coda the Friend. I don't know if you ever heard of Coda the Friend. He's an independent artist, but he's really good. He's newer couple songs. "True Fantasy." It's a really good song by Coda the Friend. Songs by Coda as well. My favorite song, "Luke Cage." Luke Cage is one of my favorite songs. If you get a chance to listen to it, definitely do.
Will do.
So I'll add those three to the list.
Well, as always, we appreciate Mitch coming out on the podcast. It was an honor to have him. He's been wanting to get on here forever, and he's been watching us since the first episode.
Yes,
Gave
sir.
us the recommendations, like I said, fixed our audio stuff. So yeah, thanks again to Mitch. If you watch this video
Thanks,
the
Mitch.
whole way through, comment the word
Smooch.
Smooch.
As always, please like and subscribe. We will see you in the next episode. Deuces.
Thanks, guys.
You can't manage this, can't break this, boy, I'm funded. Gotta keep my distance when you not 100,